Surprise. How's it going out there in YouTube land? What's good today? Let's see. I don't look I look all, the light's wrong. Is anybody out there? Hey, Street 333. Hey, what's good today, Davio22? Hi, Jason. Oh, hi, Heidini. Nice to see you. JK Pioneer, did I say that out loud? Lori James, here. Yep, I'm taking roll call. Street 333. Oh, funny. Ray Gabriel is calling me. Oh no. Oh. Good night, Jason. Oh God. It's great. Just start out with good night right away and proceed to say it over the next hour. Hi, Alan K. Great timing. I just cracked a bottle of wine. Well, I have a little bit of wine. I've already had a glass with dinner, and then I have this much more. And the giant cup of tea is present. That's going too, because I couldn't decide what I wanted. And I think Calazar's gonna do a Zoom meeting tonight in like 10 o'clock my time, which is over a half hour away. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna jump on and just hang out, because I know people are probably just hanging out looking for after we got that surprise live from Cape Brown Cow earlier tonight. I thought maybe people are wanting to talk about more. Susie, are you talking about the finder and the source? I have been on a call. Oh man. Hi, Waco Joe and Zoe. What was I just gonna say about that? I hope K-Pro is not mad at me. I mean, I don't think there's anybody mad at me. I don't care. I can't care. I mean, I don't think I've done anything that, except for make light of a stressful situation. Today it was like, I tried to listen to Eric WIIWWII. It is what it is. He put 3 videos out, and I fell asleep trying to listen to them all 3 this morning or today. So I really have to go back and listen again, because I didn't get what he was saying, because I fell asleep each time. I don't know. Maybe I was up too late. Too much. Too much marathons. I don't know. I didn't get out of bed until like 3:30 today. It was after 3:30 in the afternoon. I literally woke up and it was 3 something p.m. when I woke up. I woke up in the morning at some point, but I can't remember. I didn't look at the clock, and decided that I wasn't done yet, and went back to sleep, went back to bed, sleep, and didn't wake up until 3:30 in the afternoon. Good God. So I have a feeling I'm going to be up all night now, because now I screwed up my whatever. It doesn't really matter in my world, I guess. the only thing I ever have going on are doctor's appointments. Seems like, well, no, it doesn't seem like, it is. Okay, so what's going on? What do you got? Yeah, I slept so good. I do feel great physically. I mean, I feel really good. I rode the exercise bike for, I don't know, it had to be at least 45 minutes, 50 minutes before, and I was riding it while I was watching K-Pro and Cal, or K-Pro and Brick Chaser, and Street started making me laugh in the chat, and then he made me say something about, and then made K-Pro and those guys say something about Netflix, and I started laughing. Oh my God. So yeah, whatever. So I feel good, but I don't know. I wish my days away every day. It's like, oh, good. There went one more. Okay, what's going on in here? Before you giggled off the bike. That's exactly what happened, Huli. Because he said something, and I don't know if they were just yanking my chain or if K-Pro really did think that I was talking to Netflix, or they were just playing along with the joke. I don't know. But either way, when K-Pro said, "Oh, that's great," he's talking to Netflix. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, what do you think about K-Pro having a photo of the chest still in the nuck? I think it would be almost impossible to see that. I mean, that chest that's the same color as the ground, you could misconstrue a rock and a shine off a rock in the dirt as a gleaming bit of the chest. I mean, it would have to be a very clear picture. Or and to else, okay, now I got a new theory today. That okay, so yeah, what if the finder and the source are two different people that have worked on the solve together, that are search partners, and that are deciding, okay, this is how we need to, how are we going to proceed with this story? How are we going to get this out there? Is this going to be, what is this going to be? And so what if they're playing each other, or not playing each other? What if they're on the same team acting like they're playing each other? Okay, so what if this source person is in cahoots with the finder and is getting this, this controversy and creating this buzz and keeping this storyline? Because this would add to my Netflix theory that they're creating more of a storyline, and they're creating more of a continuing creating content for their during the creation of all this. Huli said they aren't that smart, Susie. Possible, but somehow I feel like, this whole thing with, the whole GPS solvent and getting and using Justin and Cynthia to lend credence, because those people, neither of those searchers can you make any sort of the legitimacy of those two searchers is undeniable. So if you're trying to lend legitimacy to this storyline, you would get characters that are trusted and street creds, that have creds, and that is Cynthia and that is Justin. But anyway, to get Kpro, to have like, okay, say the source and the finder are working together, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be this leak and get the information out in such a way that it gets the community, talking. So what if they, that's a created thing, and they're counting on Kyle Lazar's channel to further and bridge the gap in the time it takes to create this content, create this story, create this documentary, this movie, this whatever it's going to be. I don't know. Okay, what's going on? How is everybody? Or maybe it's all made up to put a period after the chase. Yeah. I mean, even if the finder and the source, say these two people are search partners or working together, that doesn't mean that they have the chest. We have to assume that finder has the chest, and how that finder got the chest, whether it be Forrest had them retrieve them and he called the chase off, and however they got in possession of the chest, I think is relevant as far as the how this, the chase is over, the chest is gone, and how it got gone is, that's I don't want to say it's irrelevant, but it is. I mean, it's over. So somebody's got the chest now. Somebody's got it. However they got it, they got it. And so if they're if they're trying to create a story about a finder that wasn't real, and they're creating a finder to make this, to complete the story and find closure, and Forrest really pulled it, and I'm not ruling that out, and I don't care. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Gallatin goes, I like Ari too, but maybe he should change his channel to It Is What It Ain't. Eric Cat's about bullshit. That was okay. I do remember. I did get to hear that part. I wasn't sleeping when he said that. Both my cats sat down when I told them. Now that is funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. You gotta make fun of this stuff, don't you? I mean, you can't just, we gotta laugh at this stuff. I mean, oh God, I'm seeing my hair stick up in the monitor, and I don't, oh God, I guess it does. I don't care. It is what it is, you guys. Susie Fennhaven, the GPS all is just so incomplete though. It's missing a lot of the story no matter what. I know. According to what we have, it's missing a ton of story. Or it is the shiny object that is a creation of the finder, by going here, like toss them something this way and get them all, meaning the community, get us all talking about this and accepting this and blah, 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 while something else is taking place, That's what it feels like. It feels like something else is really going on, and this is just noise. This is just BS to get us, buy time. It doesn't feel like it's, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's it. What's on my... Alan K, definitely. He's got a dry sense of humor. Looking beautiful. Ravishing. Jack, love how he thinks while on camera. It's not at all canned. Yeah. That's something to really appreciate. You're talking about it is what it is, Eric, right? Yeah, that guy's no dummy. He can flow. I mean, he can, yeah, he's good. I like his style. He kind of just flies off the seat of his pants as well. As far as, well, I don't know. No, he puts effort and time. He's got green screens. He's got words fading in and out. He edits and stuff. He's way above my production level. How could Forrest and the Finder feel so sure about their anonymity, but somehow there is someone else that knows the solution? This is inconsistent as hell. Well, the way it is, what K-Pro was describing, the situation where there is more than one person that figured it out. It was a team, it was people working together. It was partners. It was search partners. And it feels like K-Pro knows this, like she knows that it was search partners, or is very much insinuated that there's more than one finder, or and think about that. If there is more than one person involved, that gets hugely complicated, especially if it's not a husband and wife, or a partner, because if it's just a friendship partnership or a search partnership that you really didn't even know this person until they, you got involved with the chase and then met him that way, it doesn't matter. It would still get so complicated. Oh, I'm just thinking of the people, it's like, God, just think of all the people that I've worked with or talked to or whatever along the way, and have search partner, how that would have all, and it's not necessarily like, I don't know. It would just be hard. Then why would Forrest work so hard to maintain everything as private? So, well, for him, it wasn't, like Forrest said, it wasn't up to him. He still wanted to leave it all up to the finders, or whatever. I don't know. Okay, because I can. Like I said last night, the GPS saw was missing two major parts of Fennhaven: his service and his time in the gallery. It's missing all his stories. It's just skirting the whole issue and going right to, allowing a scrapbook to be what cracked it, and not what's available in the book. And so that just is, I don't know. What am I missing? The puzzle was so sporadic. It's amazing anyone could crack it. Hi, cool Harley Man 1. There's very important. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh my God, Google's listening. Google's listening to me. Shit. How to do a little test live video. About to do a little test live video. Yeah, just click on that. It's one button, click live. put a title in. That's it. It's so simple to go live. It gets more complicated when you want to schedule it. I still can't figure out how to schedule it and then actually pick up and start that same stream. It seems like it'd be easier if it was all on my phone, but I'm on my laptop right now, so, and it's just a cheap, what do you call it? A Chromebook. It's not even a Windows or, you know, whatever. Gregory. Oh, you're Gregory from last night, correct? The poem says no paddle, do not paddle. So how does that mean add? This is way too weak. I know that paddle, that's what they were using for their keyword. Is paddle, and it says no add, right? If you're going to say no paddle, if you're going to start using, or no, KNOW, know that you need to add. But what was it? Where did I, somewhere, I think it was today in the chat, from earlier, that I remember when looking up the origins of words, and the origin, or the original, the first English dictionary, the word paddle wasn't in there. Didn't have paddle. Paddle was not a word in the dictionary. I mean, that's what I remember from when I hear the word paddle. I think, oh, that's the word that wasn't in the dictionary in the poem. That wasn't in the first dictionary. That's a later word. You know, you still can't help. I can't help, you know, taking every, you know, there's so much information that we all have accumulated from working on this chase, that, you know, it's hard to remember where these bits and pieces come from, and where paddle was a word not well understood. It comes from the root pad. See? So how can that paddle, you know, I still think that the key word in the poem is I. I meaning one, and a capital I meaning a Roman numeral one. It's a number that's both a number and a letter. There are no words in the first dictionary that begin with the letter I. The letter I and the letter J were the same thing. Or I don't know how to describe it, but there is no other word in the dictionary. The very first dictionary, you look up I, and the only word is I. But that all just came from the, you know, me going to the Rosetta Stone and looking at the Rosetta Stone, and, you know, looking at the story behind that, and why Forrest introduced that, and why in the War for Me story about the knocking over the tombstone, or, you know, with the French soldier translated into English, a French English. I mean, that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that, you know, the My War for Me story was produced, or was published long before The Chase. He published that story out there somewhere else. And was that part about him in the waterfall and finding those tombstones, was that always a part of that story? Was that always there? Like, I can't remember. It doesn't seem like it was always there. And if you listen to his Vietnam, like he was a part of the Vietnam history stuff where they were recording these stories for history type thing. And he talks specifically about him being shot down and the details of his flying in this mission, talks about, yeah, this was this and this was that. But in these official stories, he never says, guess what? I found a graveyard, an unknown graveyard. Don't you think people want to know about a graveyard in the middle of Vietnam that nobody knows about? Don't you think that would be important information? Don't you think that the military would want to see who's buried there? Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how war works. But it just seems a carved stone with all those words to mark a gravestone. All that story seems so unlikely. And getting his friend to just like, hey, let's just take this helicopter. No one's going to care. You know how to fly it. Let's just go. Will you take me over there? And I mean, I don't know if you could get away with that kind of crap. I don't know. I can only imagine. But it all just seems so. And so when you're using this GPS solve, it takes out all that. It takes out all those wonderments and all those whys and what ifs and page 99 being the double X page. Okay. I'm missing. Ooh, that looks like a lot. So why is it that I must go? This could refer to an idea of substitution. Yes, I must go. Take the I out. Go in peace. And if you're in peace, do you put in the word peace, or do you put the word, is the ace, the word ace is inside the word peace? So is ace number one? Is ace flying the, Forrest Finn, the ace pilot? Is ace a card? I mean, you could, if we want to start picking apart words to see what other words are inside them, like that's what our GPS solve is. Well, if we're going to do that with some words, we got to do that with all the words. You can't just, and that would make sense. It's like, if you could, he said, if you could read the poem, if you could read my poem, is what he started out to say. So we know that there's a different way to read this poem, and perhaps it is that that you're taking the word, you're picking words apart. You're taking the word 10 out of listen. I don't know. Okay, look at, I'm missing. Forrest knew he was going on, and he knew there was a person who solved it last year before the scrapbook dump. He had plenty of time to plan. Big hint coming. The My War for Me story is illustrative of the fact that a man never returned from war the same as he entered war. I believe that. Susie, what if he said it was found so no more blood would be on his family's hands, but the chest was put back out there after his death with him in it? Touché, sir. I would say fine. This is his, no matter what, this was Forrest's game, Forrest's party, Forrest's rules. There are no rules when it comes to a treasure hunt giveaway, or whatever. There are no treasure hunt rules anywhere. You get to make your own. When it's your gold you're hiding or your, whatever. Yeah, the Rosetta Stone was found by a French soldier. And by the Brit, yeah, and then the British soldiers took it away, and then, but wasn't it ended up being a French dude that cracked it? I don't know, but look at that. I mean, that stone was written in 3 different languages, and the only language that anyone could still understand was Greek. Greek was the key. Using Greek was key to unlocking the Rosetta Stone. Our Greek symbols are the 2 omega symbols in the back of the book. So if Greek is key to unlocking the Rosetta Stone, Greek must be key to unlock the French soldier's tombstone. And that is that smile at a homely girl part. And that is actually an epitaph of the original author. That's his epitaph. The author who wrote that original quote, that's what is on his tombstone. So that is a known epitaph already, that sentence or that snippet, whatever you want to call it. But in The Thrill of the Chase, it's misquoted. So it goes back to interpretation again, and how things are interpreted and misinterpreted, and none of the beauty of any of that tie in to The Thrill of the Chase, and all the misquotes and all that in the book that's all thrown out. That's all garbage. That all is meaningless if this GPS solve is true. Oh, look, I'm really missing a lot here. Bill Gorman, my grandson, is at Ace. Britt Chaser was being nice today. I could tell he was holding back. Well, K-Pro is so, when she talks about it, she's so passionate about it. Like, she is absolutely positively convinced. And so when you're listening to her say this and watching her describe how, dance around the things that she can't really talk about because of whatever, or when she's talking about, she herself is convinced. And when you're talking about to somebody that is so convinced, it's convincing, to listen to her say, it's like, yeah. So it's so I don't see, okay. Gregory, the word treasure goes back. Yeah, Greek thesaurus. Yes. Thesaurus is Greek, means treasure. Yes, I knew that too. See, I like the way you think, Gregory, because I am like, I've been on all these, on these same paths, the way you're thinking about this. And so if you and I are thinking this, other people have to have been thinking the same, going down these same lines. And so it would be disregarding all of that. But that could be kind of a thing too, that Forrest just kind of thought, well, haha, everybody, it's like, It was this easy. It was none of this. Like, look at everything you learned. I would have never looked at an original dictionary. I'd have never looked up words and known that paddle was not a word in 17, whatever, 16. You know, I mean, just think of all the things. I don't know. The alteration, where water salt could refer to the idea of a battle or war where warm blood is spilled and lives were halted, is a riddle for death in battle. One of the definitions for the word warm is heated, as in a heated discussion. The discussion warmed at the town hall meeting when somebody brought up the orange ass clown. Or what, you know, whatever. Forrest was asked if the blaze was one single object, and the answer was, in a word, yes. In a word. So the blaze is in a word. So what is that word? I mean, yeah. Warm halts, cool begins. Possible, right? I mean, it's one way, it's one thing. Like, there's a whole bunch of different meanings to the word warm water salt, but Davio, and I know that his warm water salt is cool, cool water, the song. And, you know, the way everyone looks at that, but there's not, it's so hard to imagine that that would be it. Like, I can't, that one's beyond my realm of possibilities. That one's out there. But that's just my dealio. This whole GPS thing was beyond my realm of thought processes. I would have never, if it is where you're using the number 2, I shouldn't look, I can't look at myself because, okay. If that's what it was, if that's what it took to look at the poem and go, too far to walk means 2, and far means nothing, and then 2, the number 2, it means 22. It doesn't mean 22. It really means 4. I mean, no way, no way would I have ever gotten that. Never. And I can see a million explanations that would be, you know, like, I would get it, I understand them, but that's not one of them. How many clues in, hi Lisa Smith, how many clues in the poem do you think involved Eric Sloan? Did you ever match a drawing to a clue and therefore place it on a map? No, I've never matched a drawing to the clues on the map. And how many clues in the poem do you think involved Eric Sloan? I don't know. I think possibly that Eric Sloan has something to do with being braven in the wood, just because, I mean, Eric Sloan has reverence for wood. I mean, there's something, the reference to wood in the poem seems to me like it's somehow Eric Sloan anomaly. Well, Jimmy Fast, how about that? Haven't seen you in a long time. How's it going? Pretty soon we're gonna get a message. What do you call it? What's his name? Kyle Lazar's gonna go do a Zoom. Kumar Patel, Sujit. Kumar Patel. I'm sorry. I'm new here. Hi. I just got here. Be nice to everyone. Okay. Hi, Eugene. Murder by Numbers. Justine is providing comments during the discussion. Or Justin. Yes, you know, you posted my video. Don't play dumb. Posted to my video. Oh, Bill, don't just. Oh, you mean about leaving Forrest and Peggy to rest in peace? You guys, this is not a place to be. Just be nice. GPS cow is doing a Zoom. Yeah. Are they right now? Did it already happen? Did I get my thing? Hang on, everybody. Is that bad? Is what bad? I don't think it's bad. I think Bill is pushing buttons or trying to, or I don't know. Actually, I have no idea what's going on. I don't care. Forget it. Lori Barnes. The CE5 in the latch of the chest was explained as how he categorized collections. I have a picture of that number on the back of an Eric Sloan painting. Really? That's really interesting, Lori. No notification yet. Okay. Susie, are you doing Beacon Star? I've listened to no, I don't have a Beacon Star book or anything, but I've listened to the Zooms. I'm always hanging out in the Zooms with all that stuff. No email yet. Okay. Warm thought of temperature is distractive. You know, let's talk that out. Okay, so you know what that made me think of the temperature. Okay, so the warm is a temperature. Warm is a degrees. So a degrees is also a compass setting. A degrees is also a GPS coordinate. So degrees, a warm could be our degrees, could be where we need to start, where warm waters halt, and our degrees could be a sign of. Okay, here's where I'm going. This picture right here, that sign that says water. And the chapter jump starting the learning curve. No, first grade, page 16. Starts out right away with the wooden sign into the ground, Mr. Fenn, principal. Okay, so a principal is a principal on a map is a starting position. And if our starting position in the poem is where warm water halt, I can surmise that warm waters halt, our principal starting point could be a sign. And an example of a sign being water is right here. There's a sign that says water. So I don't know. It's absurd. What's happening? Warm is degrees, and then 4 letters in the word warm, and his degrees 42. Yes, no, I don't know. Would you ever throw a Zoom party? Well, I don't have Zoom you have to be a monthly subscriber and pay money in order to be a host of a Zoom party that lasts longer than 45 minutes. I think you can get with your free thing, just being on Zoom, if you just download the app, I think you get to be a host of a Zoom meeting, but it can't last longer than 45 minutes. And then it just kicks everyone off. And so I could, I don't know how much it costs a month. It doesn't matter. There's no way I can't do another bill. No. Who's the Black Knight? What's going on with that? Holy cow. Does this person need to be? I don't know what's going on, you guys. Who's J-Dub? Oh my God. What's happening? That is brilliantly good, Susie. I don't know what that is. 44 degrees water is considered warm. Oh, when I'm talking about the water thing, that water sign was an Eric Sloan sketch. It can twist like a snake. Yeah, because Eric Sloan, there's more. I mean, I can find, there's so much Eric Sloan. But his car, Return to Taos, that book, the suspension of his car could twist like a snake. And but he had to keep putting water in that car. Those old, what was it, 1929 Ford, whatever. And so you had to keep filling up the radiator. And sometimes water was a good thing, and sometimes the radiator, I don't know. But yeah, water and Eric Sloan. Nearly every picture, illustration, and story has relevance to the solve. Okay, Roddy Smart. In your humble opinion. It's a treasure hunting book. Why else? I mean, I'm sure he chose everything in there very carefully. And now we're asked to disregard it all. It just doesn't seem. Forrest had Shiloh retrieve the chest. Shiloh is the shy guy from back east. Shiloh lives okay. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad. I would not be mad if Forrest had Shiloh retrieve the chest, because he knew what a shit show it would be after he passed away, and it was long enough, and too much crap was going on, and it's over. Fine. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't. Larry Barnes, same. Oops. Here's my name. Eric Sloan were housekeepers, and in No Place for Biddies, the old biddies were married. However, they managed that. Could refer to wedding of the waters. Oh, okay. And that Eric Sloan thing that he always married housekeepers. People don't even know for sure how many times Eric Sloan was really married. Like there's different information out there about how many times he was married, like a whole bunch, like 8 times or some crap. I don't know. But his last wife, Mimi, he never got divorced. I mean, he stayed married to her until he passed away. So she got to keep the house anyway. That she was too old to handle that great big mansion, beautiful mansion by herself. So she lived in Santa Fe until she passed away, but not at that house. Okay. Got Eric beat. Yeah, you were married more times than Eric Gadelcon, is that what you're saying? uh, if Shiloh was the retriever. Okay, that was did I just get an email? Is that Kalazar's? I'd be happy if the news came out because it would actually make more sense than what's happening now. Well, wouldn't it, Alan? And we're all old enough. We're all adults here. We're capable of, you know what, handling the truth. The truth is so much easier to accept than bullshit. You know, when it comes down to it, there's too many brilliant minds in this chase to try to think they can bullshit us into something that's not real. I don't think that's possible. There's too many too many smart people in here. I'd be happy to okay. Right, JJ, how could a tree be the blaze? The tree could be a fake blaze, you know, and that could be why, I don't know. I have faith that Forrest had a plan in the end. No way would he let it fizzle out like this with a whimper. Nope, I think there's something else. 7, Susie. Okay. Yeah, that's Eric Sloan's address. 7, return Susanna. Susanna, return. So true, but truth can also appear as bullshit too, in my opinion. Right, but the truth always makes sense. I mean, it adds up. Wedding of the Waters, where Wind River turns to the Bighorn River, and it's the only place where this happens at a non-intersection. Oh, interesting. And the Bighorn River has always been, okay, I could believe. Jimmy Fast message retracted. But Forrest said 5 in his book. 5 what? Yes, all well and good, but you never share anything. Steve Wayne, big world out there. Yes, it is, Steve Wayne. Hooley thinking 2 trees with Blaze close together. Forrest did that when a kid. Yeah, or okay, what if that place was a place where Forrest's parents, his dad stored a bunch of, you know, stored the supplies each year. You know, maybe that was one of those secret hiding spots where they kept their stuff from their cabin camp, or you know what I'm saying. I just got the cow alarm. Okay. And there are street scenes. I came on for you. We have more fun on this channel. What color was Forrest's favorite sweater? Purple. Lavender. Or purple, flat out. Okay, you guys. Let me look at my mail. I still can't see it. Here, do this. Kyle is, oh, yep. Okay, you guys, I'm going to jump off and go on to the Zoom and Netflix. Oh my God. No, they did not call me. I did not get the memo. Oh my God. Oh, he hinted that we needed to use UV light, which is purple light at the end of the rainbow. I need UV light because it's vitamin D. I'm going to turn into a mushroom if I don't ever go outside. Ciao. Come back, you hear? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going to leave you guys, 45 of y'all. I'm going to leave you guys and I'm going to go listen to what's going on over at Cape Brown Cow. And it's easy to get into that. If you guys want to all jump in over there, what happens is send Mike an email at cowlazars@gmail.com. And that's all you got to do and say, let me in the Zoom, and he will send you back a link. And that's it. You don't have to be anybody special. Anybody can come in. Every one of you guys, if you want to go over there, and it's just people sitting in Zoom and talking about whatever. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to turn your mic on even. You can just shut your, just sit there and see what's going on in the world. But I have to take vitamin D twice daily. You do? Don't let your vitamin D go low because it's horrible. Okay. Have a good night. It was great seeing you guys. See you over there. And I'll see you again soon. End stream.